Okay, ready?
Yes.
All right, everybody. Welcome to the first episode. Oh wow, look at it. It's really pretty.
It's gorgeous.
Welcome to the first episode of I Ride Passenger series.
This is the first one.
This is the first one. This is going to be the first one. There's a semi right next to me. I'm on 435. We just crossed over from Missouri into Kansas. There's a song on the album called I Ride Passenger, which for the longest time was the name of the record. Like for forever, since I started writing the album, I was like, it's going to be called I Ride Passenger. Do you remember that?
Yes, I remember that very well, in fact.
And, oh wait, I'm sorry, we're in Missouri now, so we're crossing over to Kansas at this moment. So right now we're going from Missouri into Kansas.
And now we're in Kansas.
It was called, for the longest time, I plan on calling the record I Ride Passenger. And, you know, as an artist or as a songwriter, when something's sort of paving the way or it's sort of guiding you by the hand, for the longest time I lived in this universe where I was like, oh, I'm working on this record called I Ride Passenger, and we'll make merch and that'll say I Ride Passenger, and there's a song called I Ride Passenger, and it's sort of this phrase that I want to use, you know, I want to bring into existence, I Ride Passenger. But then at the last minute, I decided to call it Little Wide Open. When we took the album cover, and I was going through all the photos, I saw the photo of the sunflowers and the hand reaching for the sunflowers, and I was like, wait, no, it's called Little Wide Open.
It's
and I think
Little Wide Open. Always was, yeah.
Always was. You were saying that for a while.
Yeah.
I Ride Passenger is going to get its flowers a little bit.
I'm literally riding passenger.
You're literally riding passenger, and aren't we all? In one way or another. So I guess my first question for you, Katie Crutchfield of Waxahachie, the Waxahachie fame, is has this ever happened to you? Have you ever pivoted album titles? And what's an album title mean to you? Does it come late in the game? Does it come early in the writing process? Tell me everything.
I think a album title usually sticks at the end. As you know, Tiger's Blood was originally going to be called Three Sisters. Once I wrote the song Three Sisters, I always knew that it was going to be the first song on the album and was probably going to be the first song in the set when we toured the album. So it was going to really be unmissable. But I think Three Sisters was this idea that then helped propel me to write the whole album.
Mm-hmm.
But then at the end, once Tiger's Blood kind of entered the equation, which was the last song I wrote for the album, I couldn't unhear that as the album title.
It's funny, I feel like the Three Sisters and the I Ride Passengers of the world, they're sort of like these weird martyrs. They sort of take one for the team. You know what I mean? Like they hold the torch and they light the artist through this way, illuminating things around them.
Yes.
But at the end, they sort of they're like, I can't go on anymore, I can't be the leader, and they hand the torch to someone else. Because Three Sisters is a very great name. I remember when you told my bandmate Kochimea, amazing saxophone player, I remember when you told Kochimea
About Tiger's Blood.
About Tiger's Blood. Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
He was like asking, you know, the album title for your upcoming record. And you're like, I think I'm going to call it Tiger's Blood. It was between that and Three Sisters, and I remember his reaction. He was like, Three Sisters is a great title, but Tiger's Blood is badass.
I remember he was like, that's good. I Ride Passenger, I feel like without it...
I feel like you never loved it.
I never loved what?
I Ride Passenger.
I didn't. I'll be honest with everyone about that. But I love it as a song title, and I love it as an idea. And I feel like without it, like it's a thread that's throughout the whole album.
Mm-hmm.
So I really think like you had to have that, you know?
Yeah.
Like you had to... It all like... Little Wide Open to me is the absolute correct title for the songs. But I Ride Passenger was important. It was an important idea that needed to happen.
And I also think the biggest, you know, element or ingredient of all of this is the fact that Little Wide Open, the song, it's right in the middle of the record, and I really feel like that song is sort of like the heart and soul of the album.
Yeah.
Be a little wide open, a little shy. I'll be a little wide open, trying to hide. Whereas I Ride Passenger, it's a cool, I love the song, don't get me wrong, but it's sort of an album track. It's kind of chill.
I go through phases where it's my favorite song on the album.
I Ride Passenger?
Yeah, I have moments
really
where it really gets stuck in my head.
They carry me like a firefly through the by and by. Give a quarter, piano player.
Yes.
Really?
commit to it for life. On the album, I would say Little Wide Open, but
Well, Little Wide Open is it's about you.
yeah, that's not the reason it's my favorite. But
That's cool.
but
How's
I
it
do-
feel having songs written about you?
It's flattering. I think it's nice. I think like we're in such a cool situation because I think there's a lot of mutual respect, and we've grown up together in a lot of ways, and we've developed our songwriting voices kind of alongside each other. So I think listening to you up level as a writer is very satisfying, and the fact that the source material is something I'm really familiar with is like less of a make or break, but it is kind of, it makes me have a deeper appreciation, I imagine, to the songs.
It's funny when you know something's about you. It's flattering.
Yes.
It's flattering. Sometimes it gives me a weird sense of vertigo when I see you play the song live in front of a lot of people and everyone's singing the lyrics.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, I put you through hell.
That song's not totally unflattering to you. It's more unflattering to me, I think. But
That is true. But I just think it's funny sometimes where you're like, oh, well, this thing that was this small idea or this small little, snapshot of our relationship is now on this bigger scale.
You have that great verse about that in Little Wide Open, the song.
What's the verse?
The one about feeling exposed.
Use all our insight to decorate the.
Oh, we could talk about, we're going to have a kid. He's eating ice cream right now, in a way.
You missed your exit, by the way.
Oh, it's
Maybe it
okay.
doesn't matter.
I'm just driving.
Okay.
But we're going to have a kid. I guess the only thing I want to say is I'm really excited to have a kid with you.
Same.
Do you think he's gonna be a songwriter?
I want him to be whatever he wants to be.
Same. I kind of want him to be like an athlete, but just not football, not
I would
hockey.
like for him to be a drummer. If he's gonna play music.
Too loud.
No, I don't care about that. That's fine. We can live with it. I think it would be really convenient. But honestly, I just want to create a space. And
You want him to be a drummer so he can play drums and wax hatchy someday?
And Kevin Morby's band, yeah.
That would be sick.
And I saw it work out really well for Jeff and Spencer Tweedy, and that's
Great example.
That's my inspo. I really want to just create an environment in which he can be whatever he wants.
Same.
Feel supported.
Same. Well, thank you for being on. Wait, let's get one of the dogs up here, or both.
They're sleeping. I wonder if the audience
Come on,
can
girls.
see them. You may have to offer them.
Ernie,
You may
come
have
here.
to offer them ice cream.
Ernie, come here.
She's
Come here.
staring it down.
Come here.
No, root beer's kind of.
Come on.
They're competing.
If you want some ice cream, come up here.
Is that all you have to ask me?
That's it. We can close it out.
Okay.
So do you think they can see the dog?
I sort of think there's no way they can,
Okay.
because they've been like
It's
in
kind of dark down
between.
there.
Funny, because they're literally like perfectly framed.
Well, thank you for being on the I Ride Passenger Series, episode 1.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, absolutely. And maybe someday you'll come on for another episode.
I hope so.